I would like to speak about the bomb that was found in Forkhill. Again, this is down to resources in the area. It is down to the fact that we have not enough police to go out and patrol the roads of South Armagh, which maybe in this case it was a good thing, because here was a landmine with £600 bomb. It was in 3 beer kegs and it was a £600 bomb. Whenever I found the bomb about a year ago on the side of the road, very similar to what happened here, only this is a larger one, I said then that it was a £200 bomb. It was played down. It was a lot smaller device than that, according to the police. Well, the beer keg, which the photographs will show, was full to the throat. Now, we had that incident in Armagh where a number of gunmen took over the village and paraded around with rifles and rocket launchers, and the police had to return to base. Why was that done in the first place? Did they expect the police to swamp the area, to seal off roads and basically just flood the area? Because remember how long this bomb has been lying. This bomb was only good for 3 to 4 days. After that, it was useless. As everybody knows, that when you make a fertilizer bomb, the strength goes out of it after 4 days, 3 days, 4 if you're lucky. You need Santax to put it off, because a fertilizer bomb, as everybody knows who has lived through the troubles, they need a booster to put it off, and that has to be commercial explosives, which in this case was Santax. But now they're trying to tell us there was no Santax in it. It's like when they tried to say that the army wasn't in South Armagh. Now, maybe I'm again slightly confused, but I believe that was a large Chinook chopper that had the bomb disposal people lifting them and dropping them off in South Armagh. Well, then maybe the police have learned how to fly Chinooks. Quite possible. Will they stop trying to make fools out of the people? The reality is, you can't police South Armagh, and we know, and you know, that you need the SAS, you need undercover people in there to deal with these individuals. But the point I was making about the bomb, you consider Mike, and consider this as a country road outside Forkhill, which the police are hardly ever on. Why would you put a device that only has a strength to last for 3 days to wait on a patrol that mightn't be on that road for 3 months? I think people can judge themselves why. One was working in conjunction with the other. The whole Mike issue was to draw the police into the area, and then hopefully they would catch them with a bomb on that road. Now, we would ask that the government waken up to what's going on here and stop cutting this talk about dissidents and different organisations. They all work together, and the sooner we get the army or it's the SAS we need in to take these people out. We don't need the army in walking the roads. We need the SAS in, take them out and get it done and dusted, because that's the promise that was made to the people, that we would live free from threat and intimidation and be able to live our lives without having to check under our cars, or people feeling that driving around a corner they can drive in an area road check. We need the protection that we were guaranteed, and unfortunately the government are not prepared to give it to us because they don't want to upset the IRA. Now, I'll say to you again, consider that fact. They denied when we said we seen army helicopters flying over, but lo and behold, when it came to this bomb, there was a Chinook landed. The police maybe have learned how to fly these Chinooks, and the soldiers that you seen run were actually policemen working undercover as soldiers. To be more serious here, it is time that they start to deal with the situation in South Armagh. These are very, very dangerous situations. £600 landmines. A dozen gunmen running about Mike armed with AK-47s and rocket launchers. And now they're talking about cutting the police budget by another 20 odd million and getting rid of a number of police stations and police officers. What will it be next? It'll soon be that we will have to form our own community police and police ourselves. Is that what they want? Or do they want to hand over control to the Republicans in South Armagh and let them look after that part? Well, that's not going to happen, because we'll not stand back and let that happen. Basically giving them their own base where they can operate out of. They were allowed to do that for 35 years. They're not going to be allowed to do it again. And that's a message we want to send to the government. You go in there and get them. And I'll say again, this is no reflection on the police officers on the ground or any of the officers on the ground. This is coming from the very top. So again, we would say, I believe the army is in South Armagh, and quite rightly so, but I hope it is the army in the form of the SAS